everybody. My name is Tony Crabtree with Crabtree Homes and Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. I'm here at the Brasshorn Coffee Company with my friend James Farley.
How's it going, Tony?
It's going well. It's funny because we've been talking here for like 20 minutes, and you've kind of been showing me around. James is kind of showing me around the roaster back here. We're in the back room over here at Brasshorn Coffee Company. And hey, first of all, congratulations. You are the Director of Operations here at Brasshorn. That's correct,
That's
right?
correct, yes, sir.
And you guys have had like a tremendous amount of success right from the get-go. I mean, This is the cool spot in Murfreesboro officially. Whether you're like in college or you're a career person or this is just sort of like this awesome new fun hangout. How does it feel to have this place, just kind of be hopping so quickly?
It's great, man. I think we had realistic expectations of how things were going to go starting out, and Murfreesboro and the community here has well exceeded our expectations of showing up, supporting the business, telling their friends about the business, supporting us on social media.
I got here. I came on a Saturday. You guys had been open a few weeks, and I thought you guys would have some success, but I mean, the line was like backed up to the door. I couldn't find a parking spot. I had to like circle the building like 3 times just to find a place to park. So
it's been great. It's been really good. I think it's a mix of the perfect storm of people are looking for places like this, and I think there's a community of people in Murfreesboro who for a while have been driving to Nashville, Franklin, some of these more urban, more developed cities close to here, and they've been going to those places to find places like Brasshorn Coffee. And we just thought, man, it's a matter of time before someone comes in and opens a specialty coffee shop like this. And instead of waiting for someone to come in and develop that and do that from outside, Jeremy and myself, and Jeremy, Florida is the owner of Brasshorn Coffee.
Right.
But Jeremy and myself really wanted to do this because it was our vision and our goal to bring specialty coffee to Murfreesboro and bring a space like this to Murfreesboro.
Yeah, because there's how many Starbucks here in Murfreesboro, and I guess
6.
The majority of people, I would say, are probably like me in that it's like I drink coffee for survival. I've got 3 kids. I maybe get, there's a lot of days where I get like 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep, so I'm just going to the Starbucks Pike Place with some Splenda and some cream, and that's kind of my routine. But as I've been coming here, I've kind of noticed, there's a little bit more to this.
Yeah.
And so that's cool. So you guys thought Murfreesboro is just prime for people who appreciate coffee a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a mix of the population here and people in general, nationwide and worldwide are becoming more accustomed to specialty coffee. Over the past 20 years, specialty coffee has probably quadrupled in popularity and how many roasters there are, and so the general consciousness of specialty coffee is growing more and more.
How the name Brasshorn? Where'd that come from?
So Jeremy, when he bought the roaster well over a year ago, he started roasting coffee and selling it to friends and selling it online under the name Florida Coffee Works, which is his last name. So in the original Florida Coffee Works logo, there was a trumpet. So Jeremy's a musician and I'm a musician.
That's right,
So Jeremy, the first instrument he ever learned how to play was the trumpet. So he wanted to put that into the logo with Florida Coffee Works because to him it represented taking chances into the unknown, stepping into the unknown, and seeing where it leads.
Right,
so that's kind of
the theme of jazz music too, right?
Exactly.
It's sort of this, stepping into the unknown, like
you
said.
Yeah, in jazz music, Jeremy is a huge jazz fan. So just the idea of like stepping into the unknown and starting something new and seeing where it leads. Kind of the trumpet represented that to him. So he incorporated it into the Florida Coffee Works logo. And so then when we started talking about the business, we talked about how Florida Coffee Works was a little bit confusing just for the geography of the state of Florida. If you don't know Jeremy's last name, it can be a little confusing.
We're in Tennessee. We're not Florida.
Yeah. So we didn't want any confusion there. So we were like, well, let's think of something else. And we both loved like companies that have names that are kind of obscure. They don't really have anything to do with what the company's doing. I guess the best example off the top of my head would be an Apple. Apple's
That
a
makes
great
sense,
example
yeah.
where it's like that's a fruit, but no one thinks about it that way.
If yeah, I mean, I think if you follow in their footsteps of what they've been able to do, that'd be a good thing. Yeah.
So he wanted to keep the trumpet in the name or in the company somehow. So basically, we just brainstormed, and one day he was like, "What about Brasshorn?" And I was like, "I really like that. That's perfect."
There it is.
And so we kind of created the branding. Everything in the shop was kind of created after the name Brasshorn was where we landed.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome. All right. So one thing I've asked James to do is to kind of go through the menu. You know, when I approached, came in here the first time, I'm looking at the menu and I'm kind of thinking, I don't know what any of these Italian words mean. This is confusing. And I eventually found something that I really like, which I'll tell you about here in a second. But I thought it'd be helpful to have James kind of go through the menu for those people who are new to the gourmet coffee scene. This might be some helpful tips on maybe kind of what to look for whenever you.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're looking at our menu, the top left just says coffee. So the 3 items underneath coffee are just what we would call filter coffee. So it's coffee made with some sort of paper filter. So that would be drip coffee, which is coffee just made out of a brewer. Pour over, which is basically the same thing as drip, but done by hand, so it's a little bit more specific. And we usually have 2 different coffees on drip and 2 different coffees on pour over, so there's different options. Then we have iced coffee, which we make filtered coffee over ice. So it's flash chilled iced coffee, not cold brew. There's a little bit of a difference there, but we like the way this tastes better than a cold brew per se. So those are our filtered coffees. Then we have espresso menu. So espresso starts with espresso. Then we have a cortado, which is just a 1-to-1 ratio of espresso and steamed milk. So the name cortado is specifically talking about the ratio of milk and espresso. So it's not like there's no flavors in it. It's just milk and espresso, but it's really small. So it's 4 ounces. So you're going to taste a lot more of the espresso itself in that drink.
Okay.
So the milk is basically just cutting a little bit of the bitterness and kind of the intensity from the espresso, so you can taste the flavor of it, but you're not getting as much of the intensity.
Okay.
So that's really good for people who, have been drinking lattes for a while and they want to kind of take the next step and get a little bit more into drinking coffee by itself.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to drink straight espresso. That's a really good drink to be like, okay, I'm going to drink this where I can taste more of the espresso, but I'm not all the way there yet.
That's a good thought.
Mm-hmm. And the cappuccino is the next drink on the menu, and that's 1 part espresso and 2 parts milk, so it's 6 ounces total. So it's a little bit bigger than a cortado. The cappuccino is probably my favorite espresso and milk drink.
Okay.
I just like that ratio of milk and espresso. To me, it tastes really good.
Gotcha.
And then the rest of the menu, we have an Americano, which is just hot water and espresso. Then we have a latte, which is a 12-ounce latte. So it's 2 ounces of espresso, 10 ounces of milk. And it's just espresso and milk.
Interesting, okay.
Then we have 3 flavored lattes. So we have a mocha, which is a dark chocolate ganache that we make with cacao and sugar and hot water. So we make that in-house. It's really good. Then we have a vanilla latte, which is made with a vanilla extract that we make. And then we have the Cuban, which is a latte with sweet condensed milk. So all of those drinks are only espresso, so 2 ounces of espresso, 10 ounces or so of steamed milk, and then those flavors.
The Cuban is my favorite. Like, whenever I come in, I can't really get away from it because it's, and I like sugary things. And
And I would say all of our flavored drinks they're not overly sweet. Like a lot of places you go, it's just all sugar and then a little bit of coffee and a lot of milk. I feel like ours, you can still get a little bit of the coffee flavor.
Gotcha.
It's a little more subtle than a lot of like other places. But I think it's the right amount of sweet. I think most people.
It's not overly sweet. That's what I think. What I like about it is. So, any highlights as far as the teas and alternative drinks go?
Our teas are amazing. They're from a company called Spirit Tea out of Chicago, which they do basically what we do for coffee, they do for tea. So it's all single origin, very specific teas where we know the exact farm that those teas are coming from. They have relationships with the farmers they're buying tea from. Really, really cool company. So all of our teas are really great. We have, a classic black tea, a green tea. Then we have a couple herbal teas. So we have a peppermint tea and the Saigon tea, which is a cinnamon lemongrass herbal tea. Probably the shop favorite and probably the
Interesting.
customer favorite so far has been the Saigon. It's really, really good.
Okay.
And then we have a couple iced teas. So we have the Rosella, which is a hibiscus lemongrass tea, and it is amazing. I love it. It's really refreshing. Especially in the summer, I feel like it's going to do really well. It's really refreshing, really sweet naturally. There's no sugar in it, but it's just like that hibiscus is
just
very
fresh. Yeah.
bright and sweet. And then we just have a regular black tea, unsweetened. So, and then we have some alternative drinks, a chai, matcha, which are both tea-based drinks, hot chocolate, and a golden milk, which are all just different alternative drinks. There's no espresso in those, but some of them are tea-based, but they're all really good though.
Awesome. Dude, well, thanks for helping us out by kind of, because the average person who's just used to going in and ordering a black coffee is, I mean, like me, I'm going to get confused.
And
so.
I totally understand how people are a little bit intimidated walking up to the counter at a coffee shop where they already feel a little bit uncomfortable and they feel like people are looking at them and waiting on them to order. But the best thing you can do is, if you don't see what you're looking for or you're a little bit confused, is talk to the person taking your order. They will help find what you're looking for, and they can help you navigate all of this very easily. That's kind of what we do all day, every day. So that's the best way to find what you're looking for, is communicate with your barista or with the person taking your order. That's the best thing to do.
Well, and I guess to finish up, I mean, obviously you're the director of operations, and you kind of told me all about this information as far as the roasting goes. What's next for Brasshorn Coffee? Like, what do you guys see coming down the line? You've been open a month, so you probably are just catching your breath, so to speak. But what do you guys see coming down the line?
So we have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas. Jeremy has a lot of ideas for potential business partnerships, so things that we can get involved in the community with. Whether that's local churches, local community groups, schools, whatever. That's a big part of what we want to do, is we want to be a part of the community and be a staple in the community. So anything like, if you want to buy wholesale coffee to have at your office, if you want to buy wholesale coffee to have at your church, if you want to buy wholesale coffee to serve wherever, if you want to buy 5 pounds of coffee to just have at your house rather than buying the 12-ounce retail.
And there are people that want to do that. I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to jump into the wholesale market starting in the new year. We wanted to kind of get our feet under us and really feel confident about our coffees before we started selling them to other people to sell. We wanted to feel really confident about the product that we were putting out.
Right, because you're doing it, I mean, it's not coming in bagged and ready to put on a shelf. Y'all are doing everything right here in Murfreesboro. Yeah. We also really want to get into more of a content creation side, do a lot more educational things. So do classes on home brewing, espresso, pour overs, roasting, latte art, things like that. So really bring the community into what we're doing and let them feel like they're a part of what we're doing. That's a big part of what we want to do. So that's awesome.
I'm currently writing the materials for those classes, and hopefully in the new year we can get that situated and where we can start having classes here at the shop after hours or even during hours.
And I think I saw on your Instagram earlier today that you guys kind of have a catering space, not catering, but event space for any kind of after hours event that you want to have too.
Yeah, we've already had people come in and rent out the space.
A little too late to book your next holiday party at this point.
But unless you're looking for a good Martin Luther King holiday party, we're there. But we have this space. We close at 5 every day, so we're open Monday through Saturday at 7 to 5. So, and that was intentional so that we could keep the space open at night to have events, to have people in, to use the space for things other than Brasshorn Coffee. To serve the community in that way. So that's a big part of what we want to do too, is really open up the space for people to come in and do that. So if you need information on that, you can email brasshorncoffee@gmail.com and we can send you information for that.
Cool. Well, thanks, man.
It's
been fun, man. And can you tell everyone where Brasshorn's located?
Brasshorn Coffee is located at 410 West Lytle Street in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So we're just past the roundabout that connects to Broad right off the square.
Yeah, I think like going down the hill a little bit.
Yeah.
That helps me when I think about
If you turn right at the new judicial building and parking garage, we're just down the hill on the right. So,
all right. Well,
yeah,
thanks, man.
absolutely.
Hey, again, it's been fun.
Thank you.
And yeah, go check them out. Brasshorn Coffee Company. They are open for business.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I don't know what to say here, but I guess we're done. So,
Perfect.
cool. Thanks, man.